Good evening. It's Phil Croshaw here, and it's now Saturday evening, the 15th of August, and we're halfway through. I can't believe it. We're halfway through August. We've managed to do it every day. So here we are, Saturday evening. I wouldn't imagine there'll be many people watching it this Saturday evening, but I've said I'll do 31 days of 31 days, and I've not had time to do it today, so I needed to do it now. I'm just going to celebrate, if you like, the 15 days, the first half of the month gone. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm actually just going to show a few clips or a montage of clips of some of the shows and bits and bats from the shows. Just to kind of remind people or give people a flavor of what's been going on in the past half a month. After this beginning, I will show you a few clips.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. Shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, you don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without.
Okay, so there's the beginning. Thanks very much, Spencer, if you're still there. I'm not usually, this is way past my bedtime. You're absolutely right. And I certainly will speak to you next week. It'd be great to catch up, mate. I've not spoken to for a little while and want to see how you're doing, and Mandy and such like. Okay, so what I said I'd do today is just a few examples of some of the shows that we've done. We've been going, as I said at the start of this, now for 15 days. This is the 15th day, and we've got another 15, 16 days to go of live streams for the 31 days of live stream in August, clues in the title. Been a fantastic 15 days, some great guests, covered some really interesting things. And what I always say is that Geeky Group, my company, is always about four eyes. It's about information, it's about inspiration, ideas, and insights. And this is really what it's all about, and about achieving greater things, whether it's in business or even as individuals. So I've got some great guests coming up over the next couple of weeks as well. But for now, here's just a montage, a short montage, because it's Saturday night. But it's just a montage of a few of the bits and pieces that we've been doing over the last 15 days. So if you're watching it live, great. If you're not watching it live and you're watching the re-recorded version, that's fine too. But just here's a few examples of some of the bits and pieces that have been going on in the last 15 days. Thank you.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun.
Okay, and a very warm welcome to Live Streamers Association. I'm Phil Croshaw, and this is the first episode of what will be 31 days of live streams. First thing that I quickly recognized is that success can be transient, and quite often is transient. And that's especially true, of course, of today, because you can imagine there are businesses right now, and some might be watching this, that 6 months ago were just absolutely, totally killing it, as they say, crushing it, as the Americans would say. Everything was great. There were customers booking. Also, there were 5 months wait until you could get into that restaurant, your favorite restaurant, and all that goes with it. A massive success, great revenue, planning Caribbean holidays, planning new extensions, and all the rest of the trappings of what you might call success and wealth. And then all of a sudden something happened which has changed the world probably forever. And I think you don't need to say too much about it, but of course the COVID situation has made a massive difference. But it did, before that happened, it did make me realise a couple of things happened to friends of mine, where they suddenly went from great success and power and suddenly found themselves in a real deep hole, both physically and psychologically and mentally. So I think the point I'm making really is it's almost like make hay while the sun shines, because you just do not know what's around the corner. Now, I would have said that a few months ago, but it now is probably resonates with people an awful lot more, because we don't know what's around the corner, and the last few months have proven that beyond all belief.
It might be you lose your sense of humour. It might be that you start getting headaches. It might be that old skin rash thing that you get on bad days starting to flare up a bit again. It might be that you're getting palpitations in your chest. It might be that you're off your food, or you're eating too much, or you're starting drinking a bit more, or those old habits are starting to surface that you don't like anymore. When that happens, as you get to know yourself, you can go, uh-oh, hang on a minute, I'm overdoing it, or I'm feeling a bit flat, or my relationship's in a bit of a bad place, or whatever it might be. I need to do something. Now,
okay, let's rock and roll today. I'm so delighted to have this lady as my guest.
Lots of changes, and for anybody who's listening, businesses are not overnight success. Don't believe anyone who tells you that. Even our friend, Mr. Zuckerberg, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a hard slog. It's tough being in business. It's lonely, but you do reap the rewards. It's the long haul. As I said, it's been 8 years, and it took a good while for it to actually understand what we were doing.
Okay, so it's a bit later tonight, as I mentioned, because I've been doing some filming for a client tonight, which was really good. So it's a little bit later. And I noticed, actually, it's getting darker all the time now. I think we're heading towards those darker nights, people. That's the bad news. Okay, so the questions that I was asked one of the first ones I was asked was, how long should a video be, or how long should a video last on YouTube? And the simple answer is it very much depends on a number of different factors. So vlogs, for example, which I'll talk about. I had a question about vlogs, actually. So vlogs, or video logs as they're known, they tend to be longer because they tend to have more of an entertainment value. Next one, be real, be authentic, be yourself. Try not to be trying to pretend that you're somebody that you're not, or over, because people can tell, people can actually tell if you're not authentic. So be real, be as real as you can.
Yesterday I gave a talk to a group of businesses, and I talked about thoughts, feelings and behaviour, and that can work on positive or negative. So you could have a positive thought which leads to a positive thought, positive feeling, which then generates your initial action. But on the other side, if I had held that, we wouldn't be here today, because I could have just gone away and thought, I don't think, he rates me much, he's ignoring me.
So there you go, just a few clips from the last 15 days of live streams. And remember what I said, whatever you do, be yourself, do not pretend to be somebody else. Yeah, okay, all right. So I can't do a Scottish accent, and my Scottish friends now at this point will be absolutely heading round to beat my head in. But that's all I could manage. It is late in the evening. I've not even had a drink, but that's it. So so like I say, obviously, the reason I'm doing this live streams is to demonstrate a discipline, really, because if you've made a commitment to do something every day, then to yourself as much as anything else, then it does tend to put you in a position where you feel that you should be doing it every day if that's what you say you're going to do. And it's something I do say to clients quite often, actually, is to try and make commitments to people, because if you do, you'll tend to make more effort to actually see it through. So that's it. It's a short one tonight because it's a Saturday night, and nobody wants to be listening to me droning on Saturday night, that's for sure. If you're watching this on catch up, then you don't know what I'm talking about because it's not Saturday night. As I said, some great stuff. I'm playing around with some ideas at the moment for the next 15 days. There might be a bit of magic, and that's all I'll say on the matter at the moment. But there might be a little bit of magic, literally some magic. There might be a little bit of ghosty goings on as well, which I'm not going to say any more about. But there might be some ghosty goings on in the next couple of weeks as well. Also going to be talking about personal branding, because that's something I do have a lot of belief in. Bit more about content and using content proactively, more about confidence on camera. That's something I'm asked a lot about. So I'll give you some tips on how to be more confident on camera as well. So lots more to come. Thanks very much for joining me tonight live. If you have joined me live, if not, thanks for watching this. If you've got any comments you'd like to make on the recorded version, then please do, and I will certainly check the comments and hopefully be able to answer the questions that you ask. Questions that I would like you to ask, or I'm kind of open to answer lots of different ones, but business development, marketing, digital marketing, all that kind of stuff, personal development, careers, all that kind of stuff. Anything you've got want to advice on starting a business. I also have a lot of expertise in that as well. So anything you can think of, really. And if I don't know the answer, and there will be areas I don't know the answer to, but I probably do know a person who does. So that's it for now. Thanks very much, and I will see you tomorrow, Sunday. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, even. Shows you it's live. Thanks a lot, and a very good night to you. Bye for now.